The British Empire is threatening us that they will declare war on us if we do not show a sign of reducing the tension against their country. They ask from us to invest a portion of our naval funds on their own industry as a sign of goodwill. This is unacceptable. We should gather the press to announce that we are mobilizing our forces to prepare for a war breakout as a response to the continued harassment of the British Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, we have declared war on the British Empire. We will now deploy our fleets. We have multiple battle fleets both in Le Havre and Brest, consisting of 4 battleships, 4 light cruisers, and a bunch of torpedo boats that will sail out and into the English Channel, an area previously thought to be controlled solely by the British. And our little heavy cruiser force of early technology battle cruisers will sail into the Irish Sea to do some convoy raiding. We will put them on the invade. I have no need for them to protect any of my assets in the English Channel. However, we shall also be putting our battle fleets onto high priority repair because if we lose these battleships, we might lose the war. We have 8 battleships, the British have 5. However, they have way more screens than we do. We only have 3 heavy cruisers, 8 light cruisers, and 24 torpedo boats, while they have 24 torpedo boats, 26 light cruisers, and 15 heavy cruisers. There's a lot more small ships that we have to get rid of, so hopefully we can do that just fine with our battleships that we have built. After sailing our fleets around for a couple of months, we have encountered the first British task force. I do not plan on letting any of these ships alive, so let us destroy them. Seems their battleship might be a little bigger than ours, but I doubt it'll be able to stand up to the might of the French Empire. Where's their fleet? Oh, we can actually see them and their battleship. 12.2-inch guns, 5.4 and 6.4 secondaries. Doesn't look too intimidating. Looks relatively slow. Let's go ahead and maneuver our way toward that battleship. Though also trying to stay safe, so let's go away a little bit. We need to be a part of this division. Here we go. The light cruisers can just go ahead and have them follow the battleships, or we'll have them screen a little bit. We'll go in front of the battleships relatively. A loose formation is probably okay. We'll actually do a normal formation. The torpedo boats, you guys have one single job. Find that literally every ship that you can see and sprint toward it. That is your one goal in this life. I believe in you. I don't know if you're going to be successful, but yeah, that's the only reason I have built you guys. Yeah, okay. Flight time speed. Firing on our first ship. The battleship is the ship, so let's go ahead and target that. And then light cruisers are going to come a little bit this way so that they can actually screen from my battleships, which are going to also turn to I never know if it's port or starboard, but the point is we have our little torpedo boats and they're going to do a little torpedo run. I think these guys are going to send down the middle, these guys are going to send straight at the battleship, and these guys are going to and these guys are going to send at this line of ships. Remember, if these guys die, I don't really care. Their whole point is just to cause as much damage as possible. So aggressive, aggressive, and aggressive. Meanwhile, battleships are going to take surprisingly good aim, or yeah, good aim, at the Royal Oak. It'd be a real shame if we can hit them, because we can't penetrate them? What? How can we not penetrate? 16.3 inches of armor. Oh, jeez. What can I pen? Where can I send? I can't even pen that much armor. The torpedo boats are getting absolutely obliterated, but you know what? That's their whole purpose in life. Let's make sure that we get all of our guns on targets. We should be a little faster. Are we? No, we're actually slower. That is highly unfortunate, but okay. Our torpedo boats are doing something. Mostly drying out all the torpedoes so that we don't have to deal with it. The battleship is now steering directly toward us. I don't know if they know what's happening. Our torpedo boats are pretty much all dead. And if anyone lives, then congratulations. They're firing at my light cruisers now, which isn't great. Have these guys retreat a little bit. Smoke up, I don't want them to get shot. We will be shooting through smoke now, but we have a 100% chance to hit, so I'm not really worried. Not really worried. Also, please say fire, don't hit the light cruisers in front of you. And turn off the torpedoes. No, I don't want you torpedoing each other. You're unable to fire? A lot of torpedoes coming this way. It's not very fun. I don't suppose we can obliterate this guy really quick. Take him down. Is the closest. We fired some torpedoes, dud, and one actual good hit. Now, this ship also does have torpedoes, so I have a feeling that the light cruiser is about to get torpedoed. Or not. That's fun. Maybe the Gascon's gonna get torpedoed? One 12.9-inch gun, and we should be able to obliterate this thing. There we go. Completely eviscerating the poor ship. The light cruisers come back over. Battleships start retreating. One torpedo boat survived. And it has no ammo left, so you can just go ahead and retreat. You have no use to me anymore. So one torpedo boat survived the entire endeavor. That's fun. We sank their battleship. Highly unfortunate for them. This is the only chance they had to destroy my ships. And it is now very, very much sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Quite unfortunate for them. And now our ships will proceed to tear apart the entire British Navy. Now, I didn't really build battleships to take out small ships. They have a very long reload time. However, we do have range. The main guns on this, secondary guns on this. Light cruisers, you are not close enough to do anything. But yes, if you would shoot this, that would be great, and then you can also put your secondary guns on this. This is not getting shot and has torpedoes, and that worries me greatly. Could do me a favor and kill this thing? Or it becomes a real issue? Seems like it's getting shot relatively well enough. Please shoot it to death before it torpedoes me. Slow it down at least so it can't catch up to torpedo, and it's still torpedoed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to detach the Paris. We'll have to drive into the other ships. That's fine. I plan on not losing this ship. Though it looks like the Paris is going to get torpedoed anyway. Not a lot I can do about that. In which case, I have her continue away from the fights. I would like to keep my battleships alive. We're going to have these guys. I probably should have put on torpedoes. That might have encouraged that one torpedo boat to leave. Paris is now not looking so great. I realize none of these guys are firing because I have them on safe fire. That's probably why. Let's bring the light cruisers in. They need to take the fire, not the battleships. Paris was a failure. Or, I mean, the ship itself wasn't a failure, but it getting torpedoed was a failure on the part of the light cruisers. Have these guys come in and take some more fire. Looks like most of their torpedo boats are back here, though, which is kind of the point of light cruisers, to deflect that. Now, these guys target that. Guns are going to turn very slowly, mind you. We should be able to destroy this heavy cruiser with a couple of shots. Battleships need to come back around to enforce this battleship. Now it's a rescue mission to try and get this battleship out of here. Our light cruisers have next to no range. I would like this battleship to start secondary targeting that. And you, sir, secondary target that. Any ships directly ahead of us? Not really. We're gonna we're gonna use the light cruisers to kind of circle the battleship, keep it alive. And this is getting pretty close to torpedo range. I do not like that. We'll try and turn so that if this thing torpedoes us, it's not going to be a big issue. Is he going to torpedo us? No. Right outside torpedo range. But this, the Star, is also a bit of an issue. These light cruisers are not doing the job. Really not doing the job whatsoever. Battleships, continue your journey. And then you can secondary target this. You can secondary target this. Paris is just going to have to spin for a while. Fortunately, there's not much else I can have her do. Light cruisers are going to try to continually destroy the rest of these ships. There's a light cruiser over here. I think, not secondary guns on that, but we'll put something else on it soon enough. We'll come back for it. Battleships keep turning in. Paris is now completely surrounded by the enemy. However, she has finally taken out one of the heavy cruisers. And I'll switch to the second one. Canaries on that. Light cruisers are not really doing a great job of protecting my battleships. However, hopefully we don't need to do that. We have main guns on this torpedo boat, which is not really what I wanted. I think main guns on this, secondaries on this should be just fine. These guys targeting this torpedo boat hopefully should work out. I have a scary amount of these things, and they are definitely doing their damage. There's another one over there that's very damaged. All main guns on this before it torpedoes me. Okay, you missed. Oh, we fired 3 torpedoes at it. Holy jeez. That's a lot of torpedoes that we just wasted. Oh well. Unfortunate. And I just remembered my light cruisers are actually completely made out of torpedoes, so go ahead and get in there. Oh, this is highly unfortunate. I don't think the Paris is going to be able to dodge this. No, unfortunately not. Full stop. Do not flood out. The Paris is now going... Well, she can only do 1.2 knots anyways. This is a now rescue mission to get the Paris out of here. I think I've already said anyways. We're going to have the rest of these ships continue to circle. Try and get her free. Oh, I think we got a torpedo boat from... or a torpedo hit from the Paris. Very nice. Very, very nice. We're out of torpedoes, unfortunately. Our battleships are still trying to do something. We're now apparently aiming at this. Which, once my gun turns to shoot, I think it's going to get absolutely obliterated. 100% chance to hit, I think, in a second. Or not? Okay. Not sure what's happening here. Can you do this? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Well, I guess now every gun's targeting that. Paris is still alive. I did build them pretty strong. Without torpedo protection, unfortunately. Did we hit the ship? All guns on this, because she's now right in our path, unfortunately. Needs to dive before she fires her torpedoes. In which case, we're going to have our battleships turn away before they get into torpedo range. Is that a big hit on us, or a big hit on them? That's a big hit on the Paris, I think. As long as we stay right outside torpedo range, we should be fine. She has not fired torpedoes, but we have. Not that it really mattered. Oh well, just wanted to make sure that it was dead. Light cruisers, I don't know what you're doing, but you're failing. Get in there and protect that battleship that's getting encircled right now. You go as fast as you can, which is 1.1 knots. Continue to circle. I make you harder to torpedo. Aggressively fire. I don't know if we're going to be able to avoid that. Oh no, definitely not. Okay, so we're back to 0 knots. That way, if we take flooding, hopefully it's not a big of a deal. That was another flooding hit. Unfortunately, the Paris is getting absolutely obliterated, and our light cruisers keep turning too wide to actually help out with anything. We're sinking a lot of their ships while they're trying to take out the Paris, though. Very, very good. While our other battleships are still trying to circle back in and actually do some damage. I think what we're going to have you target you, and you target you. These ships any good? 20 knots, only 6-inch guns. Nice. Means they kind of suck. Light cruisers, 7. The light cruisers have bigger guns than the heavy cruisers. And more torpedoes, which is the biggest threat. Can I kill this thing? Yes, we are. Paris is still flooding, but it looks like we've mostly contained it. Some potential hits on the... Nope, no hits on the heavy cruiser. Unfortunate. Light cruisers are still trying to help out. Probably can't do much against the heavy cruiser, but maybe the light cruiser we can pen. You target this, and you also target this. Aggressively fire, try and actually hit the ship so we can get it dead. You were just gonna... Not quite sure what you're gonna do, actually. Look at this thing. Pretty close. Die pretty quick if you get your guns to turn. Battleships are still doing their job relatively, though you are supposed to be targeting this. Okay, light cruisers are gonna come in, hopefully smoke up the battleship, take any torpedoes that... Oh yeah, shoot. Is that gonna miss? No, it curved into her. That's unfortunate. That might actually take her out. She's still going 0 knots. If we can contain the flooding... Oh, I don't know. If she can contain the flooding, we'll be fine, but she's taking too many torpedoes, unfortunately. That was a major disaster. We almost saved her too. Now we need to extricate these guys, get them out of here. Or we could just torpedo everyone. Oh, never mind. It might be over. The British has gone very heavy into torpedoes. We go ahead and detach the ship, pull the retreats, or something. Notice these ships can do whatever they want. Oh shoot, she sank anyways. Unfortunate. We're still targeting light cruisers that are all the way across the way. When we get some torpedoes on these, hopefully we can actually kill them. Unfortunately, I built my battleships to take out other battleships, and the British Navy has not built many battleships. So we might even need to refit, because I've made big guns, but that doesn't really matter against small ships. A big gun kills a small ship no matter how big it is. We can get within torpedo range. They did just torpedo, and we have quite a few torpedoes, so if you could go ahead and torpedo for me really quick. Just, there we go, that's a couple torpedoes. You're also going to then detach and continue this way. Ship should now be completely dead. The light cruisers are going to then target this. I don't suppose if I torpedo void you can live? On board? No. Oh, dud. That's nice. Bunch of torpedoes on them. And those torpedoes might actually go hit that heavy cruiser. And you've still got torpedoes on this side. So that ship should be dead. That ship, I think, did it take a torpedo hit? It did. Nice. And this ship's still alive. I'm gonna have you target this ship, torpedo it to death if you can. And you have taken a hit that I didn't even realize. Retreat, though first of all you're gonna go 0 knots, try and survive. You unfortunately probably are also going to get biting the dust. Go 0 knots? No. Oh, dud. Doesn't matter. You just go ahead and torpedo this ship 1,000 times. Or not, that's fine, she's dead anyways. Your torpedoes you fired were on that side anyways. Okay, that explains a lot. So have this ship run away. Our heavy cruisers are, or sorry, battleships are still over here. Man, our ships are getting torn apart by the British Navy. This is not great. We've sank a bunch of their heavy cruisers, but I mean, they sank our battleship. We also sank their battleship, but still. Do they have torpedoes? Oh yes, they do. I would rather not get hit by a torpedo. Now we fire our torpedoes. Fire? Fire, perfect. We're gonna go ahead and retreat. Hopefully avoid that torpedo. Yeah, we're gonna avoid that torpedo. I need you to survive. The King Alfred should be dead. That torpedo is heading toward our battleship, so let's go ahead and turn in a little bit. Is this ship gonna flood out? Not necessarily. I think she was built quite well armored. Ah, shoot, we've lost every single light cruiser. This is quite the unfortunate happening. You're gonna target this ship. Take an airs on that. You're gonna target this ship. Take an airs on that. And you're going to target this ship. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Gosh, dang it. Shoot that ship, please. And just you. Secondaries. There we go. We might have to put main guns on this thing. This thing has a torpedo and it's getting close. Main guns, gosh, dang it. Wish they would just differentiate and not shoot the same ship when I tell them to not shoot the same ship. Torpedo boat hopefully is about to get obliterated. Aggressive fire torpedo so that if it gets too close, hopefully it gets warned away. We don't have good turning necessarily, which is not really great. I would have better turning with lower speed. Okay, you target this ship now, secondaries in that. Ships, I think, just not going to get within torpedo range. Perfect. We're going to have you target the ship all the way back there. Not all of you. Secondaries in that, please. We may not be getting a very successful victory here, but we now know the limits of our ships. Our battleships are extremely hard to sink, which is very, very good to know. However, our screening force is a lot easier to destroy and send to the bottom of the ocean. If Gascon doesn't get an amazing hit right now, I'm going to be so disappointed. How did you fail that? I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to know. I have secondaries, aggressive fire. Not that we really need them to, actually, though. We're out of main gun ammo, which is the funny thing. Grizzly have a pretty good chance to shoot that ship. Yeah, King Alfred, meanwhile the... I don't know how to say that. Is still alive, because we are unable to shoot it with our huge guns at a not even 2-kilometer range. Very fun. Yet we can shoot this one at 4 kilometers, which is now instantly dead. We concentrate all fire on this heavy cruiser because it's honestly the most dangerous thing, but these might have, yeah, they do have torpedoes. But secondaries on this if it can, because they'll actually do damage to it. The heavy cruiser will get the attention of all the main guns, which aren't firing yet. Or they are, but missing. If we could kill this thing with our secondaries, that would be fantastic. And it's really bad that we lost all those screens, though. I don't have very many screens to replace those. It looks like the British Navy's made out of mostly screens. Hopefully doing this will save us a lot of trouble in sinking all of their screens from now on, because they won't have many, because I sank them all here. Alright, whatever. Main guns on this. Taking too long to shoot one ship at less than 2.5 kilometers. Take it down. I want it dead. There we go. That's a nice hit. 19,000 damage. It should flat out instantly. If you can sink it in time, that is. Oh, why am I stuck on 3 times speed? What is this? I don't want to be stuck in this slow speed. I'm going to target that ship. Any chances to hit? No, not necessarily. Back to 5 times speed. I think it's once we get within 2.5 kilometers of something. But this thing's about to put me down to 3 times speed again, which I really don't want to be stuck in. If we could get a single hit on this, that'd be great. 1 good hit. That's 1 good hit. We're also making our way back to the heavy cruiser. Thing should be dead. It's soaking up, but it's too late. I think it's probably going to flood out before it can even recover. Oh, it recovered at the last second. Immediately gets all its flooding back. Floatability, whatever. We still have a 41% chance to hit this thing. 36. Still should hit it and do a ton of damage. No flooding though. Now this ship, actually target this ship. And then the rest of these, you're going to target this ship totally, and you're going to target this ship totally. That should delete these ships pretty quickly, I would think. Well, targeting this ship now. I told you to target that ship. Oh, it's because it's too far now. In that case, all you guys target this. Take these stupid heavy cruisers out. They have so many torpedoes. How many torpedoes do they have per side? 1? That's ridiculous. What about the light cruiser? Also, did they just fire torpedoes at me? No. Ooh, big hit. Alright, we can immediately start going in because that ship's dead. Now I'm going to sink this one last light cruiser. I know it could end battle, but I'm going to do this because I've lost way too many ships for it to not have to sink every single one of theirs. Lost 23 torpedo boats, 4 light cruisers, and a battleship. Honestly, not a great win, but a win nonetheless. Hopefully this ship is not so hard to shoot. Not torpedoes though, so it's no longer dangerous. Shoot it with our guns? Back gun shoot at this angle? Yes it can, but it can't hit anyways. It close in so that our accuracy increases greatly. Our accuracy increases greatly going from 5 kilometers to 2.5 kilometers. Which is why we're closing in now. This ship back here has a 2% chance to hit, but the one up here has 47% chance to hit. Which when you have that high of a chance to hit, big guns do big damage. What can I say? Alright, Cult of Victory. We did lose a battleship, 4 lights, and 11 lights, or torpedo boats. They lost the battleship, 5 heavy cruisers, 4 lights, and 8 torpedo boats. Did the most damage? I'm assuming it's one of the, oh, it actually was the battleship. But besides that, I think it's a couple torpedo hits. Yeah, 5 torpedo hits, probably on my poor battleship. Well, it's still a victory. And immediately the French, or it's not the French, sorry, I'm the French, but the British want to surrender. That's kind of funny. Normally I'm the one who's supposed to be asking for surrender. That is just perfect. Also, the Netherlands wants a battleship. That's fine, I'll build it for them. I think they're my ally right now. Are they my ally? Yes. The Netherlands, the Dutch, they are my friends, just as Mexico is now apparently my enemy. So the plan is to knock the British down. They were at 5, now they're at 4. They've lost many of their heavy cruisers. They were like 16, now they're down to 10. Their torpedo boat count is also down a lot, and they're almost at war with Germany as well. The only thing they have left is light cruisers, which actually would be a perfect thing for my heavy cruisers to take out. I do have a lot of light cruisers right here, which are for some reason trying to go all the way around to go to a spot right next to them. What? I'm trying to get into Dover, but they have to go all the way around the channel for that. So weird. Now there's a couple light cruisers here. I'm going to send these ships back to ports, since they are probably not very damaged, but I don't really want them to be out here with no screens. So these ships will be the ones that will intercept these. We'll be right about there. I think that's all I'm going to do for this episode. I might even send or reinforce the remaining 3 battleships with a couple light cruisers that I have lying around, or even the heavy cruisers. But that's all I'm going to do. So 77,000 victory points compared to the British 38. It's pretty close. I did make the British a legendary difficulty, so they will be pretty powerful and hard to take, as they have a 65 million GDP and I'm stuck with a 27 million GDP. However, that is fine. We are making our transport capacity like crazy, tech budgets like crazy. I might even increase this because I think if this becomes a prolonged war, we will win with technology, not just the number of ships, especially going for a Mark II 13-inch gun would be great, or 12-inch, whatever I have. But I think we need to refit our guns to maybe a 9-inch or on something, because they don't have many battleships left. But anyways, I'll consider that in the next episode. So, see you guys then.